Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go.
Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Backstory Boxing. Now, there's been a lot of debate back and forth about Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and how much each person deserves in this fight. And you know what? I think I think I found a solution for all these problems. I think I found a solution for it. Now, if you guys don't know, man, Anthony Joshua is the biggest name in the UK in the heavyweight division, and Deontay Wilder the biggest name in America in the heavyweight division. Now that being said, you know I think it's only right since Deontay Wilder has never defended the title as a champion outside the U.S. and Anthony Joshua has not defended the title outside of Britain. I think that to to really talk about who generates the most money, at least in the counter nations, I think Anthony Joshua should go to America and defend his title against Gerald Miller and see how much money he can make. People talk about more popular he is and how he generates so much money. Let's see if that transfers over to America. And then I think Deontay Wilder should go to UK, fight Dillian White, man. Fight Dillian White in the UK and see how much money you make. Fight in O2 Arena. Let's see how much money you guys make. And then we can really see if both of you guys fight in either nation, we can really see how well known you are in opposing nations. Because I always hear the narrative is no one knows who Anthony Joshua is in America, and everyone says in the UK, no one knows who Deontay Wilder is in the UK. So that being said, man, I don't know if I said it earlier, but if Anthony Joshua goes to America, he needs to be fighting Luis Ortiz, in my opinion. He needs to fight Luis Ortiz. Um, Now, if you guys didn't know, Ortiz is not American born, but he fights in America all the time. And he beat Bryant Jennings, a New York based fighter in America. He fought Deontay Wilder in New York as well. I'm sorry, I meant New York, not America. So Luis Ortiz has been fighting in New York for a while now, right? So he's basically, he's born in Cuba, but he's American based, and New York is you know, basically his like hometown. If you fought Luis Ortiz, cute fighting in New York in Madison Square Garden it would basically be in his backyard, man. Now if you guys didn't know, man, Dillian White, you'd think he's a British fighter, but he's really not, man. The guy's born in Jamaica. He's born in Port Antonio, Jamaica. So it's the same dynamic there. You know, Deontay Wilder would be fighting a guy from Jamaica, but he's really UK based. Dillian White is a UK based fighter, and they actually promote him as such. They say he's a British fighter, but he's not really British, man. He's from Jamaica, born and born at least born in there. So it needs to be really said that if both these fighters fight over there, you know, they fight the best in the country, but they're really born in different areas. But they're fighting the biggest name in the country has to offer. That's not a champion right now. So that all that being said, man, this really closed the debate on who deserves what and how popular each person is in each counter nation. Because we all know how much money Anthony Joshua makes in the UK, and we all know how much Anthony Deontay Wilder makes in America. Now, in my opinion, man, I think if Deontay Wilder went to the UK, he'll make. I'm guaranteed. I swear, I know he will make as much as Anthony Joshua would, close to it, if not the same much, because it's just rare. Having an American travel to a foreign nation is is almost unheard of. It happens once every decade or something like that. That's literally like a once in a lifetime opportunity. And Dillian White, in my opinion, he's elite. He's a top three heavyweight in boxing right now. That's not a champion, easy. So we seen what he did to Lucas Matisse. I mean, he seen what he did to Lucas Brown. And if he gets past Joseph Parker, man, I mean, there's no denying that Dillian White is the best. That's the best fighter right now. That's not a champion. So I'm talking hypothetical, but yeah, man, I think this will solve the problem on who deserves what. based on performance. Because this is gonna, it will just, we'll see how much money each fighter can generate. We'll see if they can, you know, had the cards stacked against them. I feel like Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua have, they had it pretty easy, man. I mean, they're fighting in their hometown for every big fight, and I think they need to face some odds, man. They need to face some odds. We need to make it interesting. And they're so dominant right now. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder are so dominant. I mean, I'm getting bored. You know what I mean? I want these people challenged. I want them going in foreign nations, fighting the best of the best. And what better way to have that than have Deontay Wilder go to the UK, fighting Dillian White in the O2 Arena, and then have Anthony Joshua come to the New York and fight Luis King Kong Ortiz, baby. Just like in the movies, King Kong in New York, baby. You know? So, man, I think that would solve the problems, man. That would see truly who makes more money, because we'll have a full perspective of, okay, you make this much money in the UK, okay, you make that much money in America. Let's combine the two, and out of both these fighters, let's see how everything sizes up, and then you might have more of a fair analogy of what each fighter should be making for this super fight. That's my opinion, man. I think this fight. I think, like I said, the dynamics of this fight for Deontay Wilder going to the UK is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you're from UK right now, in my opinion, the O2 Arena will sell out just like Anthony Joshua fight, because you'll never see a Deontay Wilder do that again. Maybe one more time for Anthony Joshua, maybe, but right now it's not looking like that, because he said he doesn't want to even negotiate with Anthony Joshua right now, and all bets are off the table unless it's 50-50. So right now it's looking really, it's looking really bad right now for these negotiations. And I think the only way it can look better is if they move on with their career and they start challenging themselves by fighting in foreign nations. Not only fighting in foreign nations, but fighting the best of the best in foreign nations. So that's how I feel about it, man. I think that's the solution that I came up with, man. I think it'll balance the totem pole. You will see the full picture of who's generating what kind of money in both nations. It will give you a more complete picture instead of a picture of isolation in one country, in your home country at that. Of course, your home country is going to support you a lot, but let's see how you do in a foreign nation. Let's see how you do in a foreign nation. And better yet, put it on pay-per-view. We're gonna, you put it on pay-per-view, and the live gate might do a lot, because people might travel to see you. But we'll see how it does in pay-per-view. If Anthony Joshua comes to America, we'll see how that does, and we'll put Deontay Wilder on pay-per-view in the UK, and we'll see how that does. In my opinion, like I said, I think Deontay Wilder would do the same numbers as Anthony Joshua, because the boxing is just different out there in the UK. Especially heavyweight boxing. It's just that's the glamour division, and people have been put on over there in the UK for a while now, just because Anthony Joshua has been reigning and fighting these big name fights. So everyone's gonna be more excited for a heavyweight championship fight than an American would. Just because there's been a lot of fights in the UK right now that have been featuring heavyweight fights. AJ Klitschko, AJ things like that. Deontay Wilder, while he's been defending the title for a while, he hasn't had those. He had too many of them. He had Luis Ortiz, and that's why I said, if he had Luis Ortiz versus AJ, people are right off that wave, and then Anthony Joshua comes along, they're gonna really want to see that again. So, man, that's how I feel about it, man. I think this fight would be perfect, man. It'd be perfect. We can see what's really popping. Let me know how you guys feel about that, man. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geobasic Empire. Peace.